Hi, everybody. This is Leslie Jackson, personal assistant to Vanessa Simpkins with TakeYourPowerBackNow.com. And today I am speaking with the amazing Paz Hildebrand, founder of PositiveChanges.com. She is a recent graduate of the 10K in 30-day Mastermind program, which is an 8-week boot camp that helps spiritual entrepreneurs skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. Welcome, Paz. So why don't we start?
Hello, thank you.
So there's a little bit of a delay there.
Yeah, I didn't.
We'll go ahead and start by having you tell us a little bit about where your business was before taking the program and where you are now.
Okay, well, before I took the program, I actually have a group home for recovering addicts and alcoholics for women here in Reno. And what was happening was it was taking away from my family because I was there like 24/7. So I decided that that I would stay home and still do. And by the way, I've been a life coach for 15 years now. But it's just a matter of I just couldn't get the right clients, and I needed something or someone to help me, try to get the marketing and get all that stuff done, because that's not all I know is how to life coach. I don't know any of the other stuff. So when I saw Vanessa, I started listening to what she had to say, and actually started following her before I even called. And she seemed like the person that I thought would really be authentic to me and let me know what I'm doing wrong and what not to do, and just get me started. And then I called her, and she is wonderful. I love the program. I know it's boot camp, and it really is. Now, I wasn't. I'm not. I guess I'm not used to that, but because of how she spoke about what to do and what not to do, that was one thing that I really needed.
Right. So tell us about your results. What did you actually accomplish in the 10K and 30-day program?
Well, the thing is that when I start the first week, I was starting to feel inadequate because all the other people in the program were getting their results. And I started thinking, well, something is going on, something's wrong. And then she actually said that, not to compare my one, because I think that was what I was doing. I thought, okay, quickly, I should be getting something. And then if I didn't, then I would start beating myself up. But I kept on, and I didn't, by the time I graduated, I didn't really get a client yet, but it's amazing because it not only helps with helping you get break through all the gremlins, as she says. It helped me be more confident, and it helped me know what I'm really worth. And it helped with every aspect of my life, aside from, of course, getting a client. But today, I've been, for years, I've been doing these retreats for women in Tahoe. And what I decided to do was to increase the price. And so at first I thought I wasn't worth that, but I would just try it because Vanessa said to do that. So I did. And it's funny because there's people who are paying it, that I didn't think that they would, but I've got a full schedule, for the retreats, and I owe it to Vanessa and the team, the program, everybody. It's amazing.
That is amazing. I am so excited to hear that, you've got a full program, that the program helped you learn to stop comparing yourself with others, helped you kind of break through some of those blocks and deal with the gremlins. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you think was your biggest win? What's your big celebration?
My biggest win, I guess, is, I'm going through, I remember Vanessa when I first had her, when I first talked to her for that breakthrough session that we had. I was telling her where I was at, what I want to do. And she said, which I still remember now, she said, there's a couple of clients that I have who, I guess, when they started, they weren't sure about, something was going on in their personal life that was keeping them from moving forward. And one of them was being married. I guess this client had a problem, and she didn't know what it was, and it was being married. And she says, who knows? And I don't know if she was even kidding about this. She goes, who knows? Once you start getting more, I guess, more visible, and people know you, and you get these clients that it may just be that you wouldn't be married, or something like that, something weird like that. And we laughed it off. But now the thing is that while I was doing the boot camp, right in the middle of trying to get my business going, and still being a mom, and still doing my other stuff, my personal life, it just turned the other way. My husband and I are separated now, and I know things happen for a reason, and Vanessa has always said that. So I'm going to go with it, and I'm not, we'll see how it all works out. But for now, I'm doing all right. My family's okay, and I'm still going with everything that I learned from the boot camp.
That's great. I'm glad that you're still pushing through, and you're focused on moving ahead in your business. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, how did you enjoy the 30-day video challenge? Did you think that was challenging, exciting? What was your experience?
Well, I know for me, I'm not used to the video thing. When she said to just do it, and it was scary to me, so, but I knew that if I didn't, this is one part that is going to be left out of what I'm supposed to be doing, step by step, and I couldn't do that. So I tried it, And I didn't do the whole 30-day. You know, I would see a lot of the graduates that was still in the program with me. They were doing it all the time, and you know, they were so natural, and I just couldn't get myself to do that. So it was very challenging. I tried it, and that's all I could say.
Well, that's important, you know, to just get out there and try it, see if it's going to work or not.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of courage to just, you know, to give it that first shot. So yeah, it's great. Well, mindset was a big part of the program. So how did the mindset work you did impact other areas of your life?
Well, I know that for me, everything that was I guess scaring me, everything that I thought was this big bad monster wasn't really the big bad monster.
Yeah.
And it was just going through the whole thing with Vanessa, and knowing that she is there. I mean, it's not like you know, I've gone through a lot of other workshops before, and different programs. And you know, when Vanessa told me that, you know, she does the whole I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays that we did it, when everybody would get on and we could just ask all these questions. I thought when she was saying she was going to do that, I thought, yeah, okay, you know, because everybody else would say that. But she was always there, and she was always visible. She, you know, it felt like I can do that, you know, and it was very powerful, you know, knowing that, at least for me, knowing that I can count on her.
Right.
You know, being there.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
So was it hard for you to jump all in to begin and commit to the program? Did you have some hurdles to overcome to get started?
Okay, I kind of heard you, but
okay.
Can you say again?
Yeah, so was it difficult for you to jump all in and commit to the program? Did you have hurdles to beginning?
Well, actually, I think, you know, when the student is ready, you know, the teacher appears. That's where I was at the time when I finally reached out to Vanessa, because it took me at least 2 weeks, you know, just watching her videos, for me to actually make an appointment to talk to her. And I was just ready. You know, you know, I knew everything that I needed to know. I just needed this extra thing where, well, what Vanessa did was she pushed you out there, and know that she's going to be on the other side to catch you. That's what really was really very, very powerful for me.
Great. Awesome. I guess the final question would be, what would you tell other women who are sitting on the fence thinking about joining the 10K and 30-day program?
Well, not the only thing, I could probably say a lot more, but the one thing that comes to mind is that if you're ready, you know, and you know when you are, you know, just do it. Just at least give yourself the opportunity to either, you know, make it or not, but you'll never know.
Right.
You know, and that's where I was. You know, I didn't know that my life would change during and after the whole boot camp. I didn't know any of this was going to happen, but I mean, that's how life is. You just have to do it, like Vanessa says. So as far as anybody else who's on the fence of should I not, should I, just do it. It's not that complicated. And the thing is that the only thing that really keeps people from moving forward is the fear. But if you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? That Vanessa would yell at you? Okay, so what? So it's not a big deal. At least you're doing it for you. And I would, anyone that would ask me to refer them to whoever would really be able to help them in getting their business started. First thing I would say is Vanessa Simpkins, and her. Her whole program, just I can't say enough. And I thank you. Thank you.
We thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And I love what you said about, the things that we regret the most are the decisions we didn't make for ourselves, the chances we didn't take.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing to lose.
That's right.
So I love that. I love it. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I've really enjoyed our interview.
Me too. Thank you so much, Leslie.
And so, if you guys are ready for clarity, confidence, and more cash from your business, visit takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. Thanks so much. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.